Hey everybody, it's Christine Ernst, the Fat Ass Cancer Bitch, coming to you from the Cozy Writing Cottage in Sandwich, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. It is Sunday, March 5th, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about something that happened 22 years ago. I'm the Fat Ass Cancer Bitch because I had cancer 22 years ago, and my anniversary of diagnosis was on Thursday, March 2nd. I had breast cancer, I had a mastectomy, I had chemotherapy, radiation, and a year and a half long clinical trial. And I'm so grateful to have lived to tell the tale, but also grateful because cancer changed everything. It made me a writer, made me a speaker and performer and storyteller. I'd always wanted to be a writer my whole life. There I was at 34, kind of waiting for some novel to drop out of my head onto the page. And then I got cancer. And my first thought was, holy shit, this is terrifying. My second thought was, at last, I have something important enough to write about. Which is pretty fucked up. And I started to write about being a 34-year-old single mom with cancer. And I thought it was going to be this noble, lofty story. And it wasn't. It was just my same old story, just with cancer. And that was a tremendous lesson because I learned that I should have been writing all along, that my story was always there. I thought I'd be writing about, the hospital and my daughter and heartbreak, and I was writing about losing all my hair except the hair on my legs. I was writing about going to the supermarket and mowing my lawn. You'll hear about going to the supermarket shortly. All the shit goes down at the supermarket. That's where all the important stuff happens. In the same way that I had to get cancer in order to understand that I was a writer, like there's not going to be a rainbow or a thunderbolt in the sky telling you, here is your answer, here is your clue. Like, the map is here and you're on it. So that was a gift of cancer. I woke up on Thursday and I decided I was going to make something to observe the day. I'm a jewelry maker. Spoonandhammer.com is my website. I woke up and I thought, I wonder if there's a gift for the 22nd anniversary. And sure enough, there is a designated gift. It's copper. So I went to my studio and I found two 2001 pennies. That was the year that I was diagnosed. And I made a pair of booby earrings. Which delight me. I hammered the pennies into these beautiful shapes. I'll be adding them to my line because I have some requests already for them. Fun fact, since 1982, pennies are not copper. They're just veneered. They're plated with copper. There's zinc underneath, which is still a pleasure to hammer, and you still have that lovely coppery sheen. So I'll be wearing these for a while. So as I mentioned, all the shit goes down at the supermarket, or in line at CVS, or at the post office. Like all the important stuff happens when you're not paying attention or expecting it to. All the rainbows I've seen in the past dozen years have been like in a parking lot, not on the beach or the cliff or the vista. It's there is giant beauty in the very mundane. This piece I'm going to read finally, sorry for the long intro, is called Haircut. She said, I had a haircut like yours once. I was standing in front of the yogurts at Stop and Shop 22 years ago, bald from chemo, bloated from steroids, scanning Yoplait labels for suspected carcinogens and hormone disruptors. Young mother, previously very healthy, single parent, now bewildered, angry cancer patient, getting the groceries, filling up the tank, taking the garbage to the dump, mowing the lawn, making myself as visible as possible out in public extra unnecessarily sometimes, like some weird cancer ninja, a demented one-breasted self-styled superhero starring in my own B movie, Cancer Girl Gets the Groceries. Military purpose in my posture, chip on my shoulder, anarchy in my soul. scrapping for the fight or at least the stare, striding through the doors of the Stop and Shop in Mashpee with my list and coupons and rage. Come on, ask me. You know you want to. Ask me, look at me, stare at me. You want to see the scar? Come on, look, let me tell you that I'm sick, that I'm mad, that I'm a little out of my head right now, that I have a 6-year-old daughter. Let me tell you that I'm terrified, that I had no fucking idea that this could happen to me. She caught me unaware, though, in front of the yogurts. She pushed her cart up next to mine and touched my arm, gave it a little squeeze, and said, I had a haircut like yours once. 8 years ago, she said, and smiled. And kept shopping. Just like that. She looked completely normal, completely healthy. Some nice middle-aged, regular, normal person at the Stop and Shop. I watched her turn her cart down the health and beauty aisle. I looked for her later. Thought I spotted her at the deli talking with a friend. She looked happy. She was laughing. Talking about the things people talk about when they bump into each other at the Stop and Shop. I tried to imagine her, bald and bloated, sick and angry and out of her head. I wanted to ask, had she worn a wig? Did she have radiation too? What was it like 8 years ago for you? What's it like 8 years later? Do you still wait for the other shoe to drop? Do you sleep? Do you have kids? Do you pray? Does it get any easier? I wanted to ask all those things, but did not. I sensed the chasm of experience between us. Sensed that maybe she sensed the size of my need, and she was so much further along. And maybe I would not get that far. But the next time I went for groceries, I looked for her again. I could not clearly remember her face, so every regular, middle-aged, normal woman at the Stop and Shop became her. Maybe on purpose I did not remember her face so that every woman, any woman, then maybe all women might be wearing a prosthetic breast, might have a scarred chest or a missing part, a healed wound, a hideous flaw, a bald and bloated, angry past. And then, not just the women, but the men too, with their baskets and short lists, and the young harried, once lovely mothers as oblivious as I was a few months ago, and the old couples just out for the afternoon, their stories so clear on their faces, and also the sullen teenage clerks, the nice guy at the fish counter, the kid in the parking lot collecting carts. Suddenly everyone at the Stop and Shop held a secret, sad story inside them. Bore the mark of a loss, a scary thing, a hard and hidden thing, an angry thing, a heartbreaking thing. Not one person was not part of my experience, no degrees of separation. My illness connected me indelibly, fixedly to the human race. Or at least to the folks in the Stop and Shop in Mashpee. I was the lowest common denominator, a nexus, a whole country, an event horizon at the dairy case, at Stop and Shop, the pinpoint in my space-time continuum after which everything changed and pushed me forward. Terrible things happen. We still have to get the milk and eggs and bread. There is no war now, and I'm just a regular, middle-aged, normal lady at the supermarket. Friend, I had a haircut like yours 22 years ago. I am here. I am here with you. I am here with you, indeed. Oh, thanks for watching. It's funny, it was such a long time ago, and it can so often feel so close. On Saturday, I had a jewelry workshop in my studio for several women, and one of them knew my VNA nurse, who came to see me when I was sick with cancer, who became a dear and beautiful friend. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, weirdly. So don't get cancer in order to tell your story. Pay attention. Be kind. You are beloved. Although my bag says bite me today. I'll see you next week. And let me know if you need some booby earrings.